Hey, what's up? What's going on, everybody? So we are back for another episode of Catfish, y'all. Catfish. Now, this episode was actually, it was better than the last one. The last one wasn't really too popping. But this one, I was a little shocked, but not too shocked, and I will tell you why. Alright, so Danny, he is from Orlando, and he's met this special someone named Rosa, and it's been almost 2 years since he's known her. So she was initially living in Connecticut, but she ended up moving to Florida because he's been asking her to move to Florida. But the crazy thing about it is that even though she lives in Florida as well, and I think even in Orlando, he's never seen her. So it's like, something ain't right. So he reveals that she has 3 different pages that he saw. This Rosa chick. She has one that has like, I forgot how many followers. I think one has like 15 followers. The other one has 1,000 something followers. And then the other one has somewhere in between there. Like maybe 300 or 500. Something like that. So she does speak Spanish. But that right there is a red flag that she has so many pages. Like, what's up? And the one that he ends up talking to is the one that only has 15. So it's like, how does a beautiful girl like that only have 15 followers? And it's not a private page. Something ain't right. I mean, that right there would have made me feel a little funny. So, he said that she's really feisty. She's gone to jail. She fights people. She's fought her co-workers. She beats them up. And he said that he doesn't judge a book by its cover because sometimes you have to read the pages. Because, Nev and Max were just kind of like, whoa, that sounds a little extra, a little out there. But he was like, you know what? He seems like a very nice guy. And he was like, she said that she works a lot. So that's one of the reasons why they never met up, despite the fact that she's right there. Like, she's right under your nose. They start the investigation, and the photo comes up with a chick named Natalie. This Natalie seems more legit because she has over 13,000 followers, which makes sense because, like I said, she's a pretty girl. And they do see that in that little page that only had 15 people, that one of the 15 people is this chick named Brandy, who was on a previous season of Catfish. I vaguely remember her. I mean, probably if they went a little more into her. Nah. I don't know. Like, these episodes, they be, like, unless they're really, really, like, something crazy, like, scandalous, over the top happened. Like, a lot of times, I don't even remember these people, to be honest with you. So, yeah, I don't even remember that. Or maybe I didn't review that particular season because I don't remember it at all. I know there was, like, one season that I kind of missed. I don't remember which season it was. It might have been, like, season 3 or something like that. Yeah, I think it might have been season 3. Because I think I watched season 4. What were we up to? Season 6? I don't know. Anyway, that's neither here nor there, right? So, Max and Nev, when they see this, that she's one of the 15 friends, they're like, this can't be good. They end up calling Brandy, and Brandy says that she doesn't even really know who the chick is. And she was like, she never really spoke to her. But they do find it odd that she's the catfish, a previous catfish, and she's one of the 15. Like, 15 friends. Like, why she pick you to be one of her 15 friends? Something ain't right. And this is the account that's texting dudes. So they're like, maybe, just maybe, it could be her. Because she was, I think they said she was in Connecticut or something like that. Like, she was in Florida. She's in Texas now, she claims, but the whole incident that happened was a Florida incident. So it's like, it's kind of coming together just a little bit. So when they tell Danny what's up, he was just like, wow, like, like he's finding out that it's a lot of lies here. And he's like, this never happened to him before. But he does want to find out who this Rosa chick is because obviously she is kind of interested in him. And he's willing to see at least who this person is so he can just kind of close the chapter or open it up. Maybe she might be a hottie. Maybe. But most times the people that do the catfishing aren't really all that from what I've seen. I mean, unless you're trying to catfish like an old boyfriend or something. You could still look hot. Let me stop, y'all. Alright, so, yeah, her name is, the name of the girl that once they did, like, the investigation and everything, the person's name that came up was Yenny. So they're like, so the name came up as Yenny. Doesn't seem like it's the correct person. Some name right here. So they're like, the only other option that we have right now is to call her phone number. Because you have that connection. You have her phone number. So that's exactly what they do. They go ahead and they call her. And when they call her, she sounded like she's upset. But her voice to me sounded a little funky. I don't know. It said about it didn't sound right. And I'm listening like, could this be? It might. I don't know. But these catfishes, they do be trying it. I don't know. I was like, you know what? I'm going to wait and see. I'm going to wait. So they talk to the catfish. They talk to this Rosa chick, and Rosa's just like, oh my God, like I can't believe that he called you guys, that he did this to me. So what, he's trying to say that I'm a liar? Really? Really? That's what he did? Like she's getting all feisty and mad and stuff, and it's like, whoa. Like something ain't right with you. We could tell that you lying about who you are, but yet you're the one getting mad? Like that's how you do that. What is that? That's that reverse psychology, ain't it? You kind of just like flip it around real quick. Flip. I think there's another word for it, but I forgot what it was. I used to do that back when I was in psychology class. We used to talk about all the human behaviors and things like that. And all that stuff is kind of out of my head now. It's been years since I've looked into that. So anyways, so they go to Connecticut. They head out. And when Nev goes to knock on the door, the person opens the door, but not all the way. And then the person is just like, Rosa is just like, I didn't know he was going to be right there. And then she starts like bursting out in tears. So when they come back from commercial, because of course that's one of those cliffhangers. We got to put you on commercial so you come back for more. When the person comes out, it's a big guy. A big guy that just looks like he ain't shaved. He ain't like take a bath. He was just like, I don't know. He just looked like he was out of it. Like he didn't know they was coming. Like he was just like real like dusty looking, you know, like for lack of a better word, like just dusty looking. And he reveals that he created that page when he was back in high school because Natalie used to pick on him, her and her friends, and that's the reason why he made it, to just kind of get revenge on her and I guess use her pictures and get back at her. I'm like, why though? This is like mad deranged. This is like the beginnings of the psycho. That's what I feel. Like this whole, like doing it for that reason, I feel like that's the beginning of a psycho. Like, I'm trying to get a revenge on her. How many years has passed? This is when he was 18. Oh no, he said freshman year. So that's like 14, I think. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Yeah, that's like 14. And now he said he was 24. So you've been doing this, he said, yeah, for like 9 years. Like, nah, you gotta move on. This is crazy. This is real crazy. Who knows if he was doing it to anybody else? He said it started off pretty much just for that, but then when homeboy hit him up, when Danny hit him up, he just kind of like felt that comfort and he was just happy that he had somebody that was not judging him and kind of just giving him all this motivation, telling him about church and all these things. So Danny, he just looked like he was real upset and real hurt about everything. And he's like, when were you planning to finally tell the truth? Like, you've been really riding this out. And he does tell him that he needs to find Jesus. Like, plain, simple, and easy. He needs to go find the Lord because this ain't right. I mean, he didn't say it necessarily in a condescending type of way, but he was just like, you should get somebody that actually wants to be with a guy as opposed to staying in your house and pretending to be somebody else. Which, you know, makes sense. He didn't say it too harsh. I mean, it could have went much, much worse. We've seen it go worse in other episodes. So, like, to be honest, from what Jose was saying, he was sexually abused and he was just low down and just, he was on drugs. And the only thing that kind of saved him from the drugs was the fact that he went to jail. So he was like, everything that he said was really about his life. It was just, he was saying it from being her. You know, does that make sense? He was using her face with a girl's voice, but it was all his life experiences that he was sharing. Almost like you're sharing a story, but just on behalf of somebody else, in a way. So, yeah, to be honest, like I said, I feel bad for him because he just really looked like he was just, like, destroyed and was taken by the world and just kind of thrown down. I mean, he probably had a hard upbringing. Maybe, perhaps that's the reason why he is the way he is. I mean, it's not necessarily the fact. Some people are born that way, but it's definitely possible. He didn't really get into his whole molestation situation, but a lot of times that's how it can start, and that's how a lot of the insecurities and things like that tend to start as well. So, you know, like I said, he just looked like he had gone through, he could tell in his eyes, in his face, that he had gone through a lot. And just by his whole demeanor. Like, I was even thinking he was on drugs at that point, but he said it in past tense, so I'm assuming he wasn't. So, Nev tells him, Nev tells him, I got it, y'all, I got it. I know I probably messed it up a few times, but it's late, I'm tired. Okay, Nev tells him that he needs to, like, change his life. Yeah, he's had a bad past. And this is what I try to keep in my head and also preach to others as well. Is that, yeah, you may have had it bad, but right now you can change what happens in the future. Don't say, oh, I came from the hood, I was born this way, or whatever, as far as the way that, you know, not getting out of the hood, or not trying to do better, or just wanting to stay home and do nothing. Like, don't attribute that to the way you were upbringing. Like, oh, my mama beat me, so I gotta beat this person. Or, you know, like, just because it's happened before or in the past doesn't mean that that's what you need to do going forward. And that's the message that Nev kind of portrayed to him, was this can be an ending to the old chapter, and you can start volume 2 of your life starting today. And, you know, that was something that he definitely had to kind of simmer and sit down on. And they do meet up again the next day. But they did, before, when they was all in the car, Nev, Max, and Danny, they kind of gave Danny a few things to think about, like how just him coming back and talking to him could possibly change this person's life, because he does look like he's been through a lot, and he's been one of the people that he's been very consistent with, and just to know that he doesn't hate him could possibly help him. So yeah, like I said, they do all meet up again, and Danny, he tells him that what he needs to start off by doing is deleting the pages. That's first. And then he needs to let go of his past, go to church, and just be blessed, because that will help to bless his life. And then they literally start praying. I was like, whoa, this is next level. Like, this is different. Okay. Like, we prayed on Catfish now in Espanol. Like, this was next level. Like, for real. It was a little weird, but I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch. But yeah, that was really nice of him to do, to just kind of give him that pray for him. And I think it did essentially change his life. When they did the 4-month check, Danny, he's doing well. He said he's dating here and there, nothing serious. He's focused on himself. He said he was sending motivational texts to Jose for a while, like after the show, but then they kind of like stopped talking. And when they talked to Jose looks so much healthier. Oh my gosh, she got a new job, a new boo, some guy that he met at his new job, so that's awesome. And he's going to church. Like, he's done a whole, like, what is it, a 180, like, flip the script. And just, you could just see, like, by the way he was walking, by the way he was talking, like, all that stuff, it was just showing that he really had changed his life. But my battery is low, and that's pretty much how it is. And he did say he stopped talking to Danny because he's just at a different point in life and just kind of wants to put that in the past and leave it there, which is smart. You don't want reminders of things that you've done wrong. And yeah, he's got friends now and everything. So he looks like he's being more social. So that will definitely keep him out of trouble and keep him talking to real people, not people from the internet. So yeah, let me know what y'all thought about this episode down below. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay fabulous, live free, and soar limitless. I'll see you in the next one.